in the bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this a jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad ain't pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see Modesto. Hit your thought, I'ma catch those. Mexican, don't make pesos. Hit your sus, I'll replace those. Number saved, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board like I'm keeping score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, while I point to God.
Big numbers.
Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Indianapolis Colts and the Dallas Cowboys. And this will be a touchback as that sails.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready?
Get ready, dog.
This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People want to know where Mace, Poss, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, and head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rocking over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter rock, turn it up. We giving the show, but can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space or out your mind? But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, passing your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin, subjugate the dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simultaneously over joints we rock. We earn 30 years, so you can say we got 3 turns.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the Dallas Cowboys.
That's it, baby. We gonna work. Check out. Ready. Here we go.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now the pass finding its way into the hands of Eric Ebron. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
And the Colts first down.
Mike. 1, 6, 3. 12.
Check the backer.
Hey, high 7.
Luck on first down. Completes this one to Meredith. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Cameron Meredith, his 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Ready? 18, Gator. Mike 58, right there. Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. They really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. From the gun, Darby, caught by Cobb. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up a touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. To try here for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Colts 14.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that.
Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So they come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
91 is the mark.
On first down, it's Hines, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Here's Luck. And the reception made by Dante Moncrief. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
They'll run on first down. Hines. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Hey, exit. Hey, one set. Check Mike 54.
On 2nd and 7, Luck. This is caught. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Cameron Meredith, his second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0. Out is the and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Darby. That one complete to Elliott. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Now that sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
At the 14-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. To throw is Luck. Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. 3rd down now.
I think it's pretty safe to say that when you're up 3 touchdowns, the last thing you want to do is hang one up there and put it in jeopardy and possibly get it intercepted. Get a nice lead, you should be able to protect it. But if you get careless with the football, look out.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back.
11-Z. 54's Mike. Check. Watch. Hey, Charlie.
Now a play fake, and it's Luck. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. They're going to go for it here on 4th. Luck in the offense is going to stay out there.
54, right there. 50. Get that, Mike 54. Run it. 54. Hey, watch it. Check Mike 54. Here we go.
And they will not get the snap off here. This is going to back them up halfway. They were already backed up. Now they're backed up further.
I think they were being so careful to make sure all assignments were covered that they ended up running themselves out of time.
And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 5. That's Elliott, complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. A 1st down carry by Elliott. And he still has yet to get on track in this 1st half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Mike 58 right there. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Now.
Here's Gallup getting it on the jet sweep. The 2nd down play, not much better than the 1st, just a gain of 1 there.
Not your conventional play call, but that's okay. You probe the defense a little bit with some of everything in your playbook. That way they have to account for everything as the game moves on.
Back to throw. Darby. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. Cooper was the target there. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Locke. He'll find Hines out of the backfield. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
A wall of bodies there, nowhere to burrow through the line on the quarterback sneak. And the Cowboys' defense is going to get them the football back.
I'm coming. Go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Come on, set.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. To throw again. Darby. Into the hands of the tight end. This is Jordan Thomas. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. This quarterback now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a 1st down. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a 1st down. The first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. 1st and 10 at the 19.
58 to Mike, 58.
From the gun, Darby. And he's got it. And he's brought down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
61, matchbox, right, 9.
2nd and 4. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only with...
And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And his kick here is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
55. Hey, wahoo! 55.
Out of the gun, Luck. To the right side to Eric Ebron. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
Luck now, nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Luck. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Throwing again is Luck. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And this one is right through. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want...
Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Ben Banagoo showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. This is Elliott. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
58 for Mike, 58.
On third down, Darby. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 40. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity.
Mike, plug out. Man, that's trash. That's trash.
They'll try to run with Hines. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Monday. Tackle. Protein spill.
They run again with Hines. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point attempt to follow here. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes the score. Colts 31. Cowboys 3.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough, because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
You better break. I'm letting you go. Hey, Orbit. Get it.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. The drive stays alive. A third down gain of 8.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
No running room for Zeke on first down, as he'll maybe get a yard out of that. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. To throw on second down, Darby. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 45. Thomas, the intended target. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Right there. Bravo. Right there. 54, Mike. Hey, watch the lane.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Hey, watch.
Here's Love. short little throw to Ebron. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. That one for Indianapolis resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. Luck now, pretty remarkable. 14 of 15 through the air, only one incompletion. And another 1st and 10 here. They run the counter. It's Hines. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 7-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Throwing his Luck. And he's got his tight end. That's Ebron, and it's a Colt touchdown. That's 3 touchdown passes now for Andrew Luck as his guys continue to pour it on. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Point after, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he's going to lose yardage here, back to his own 18. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
The throw over the middle, taken in. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Darby looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Elliott. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down. This quarterback now 9 of 17 through the air. Not a great percentage, but it is 1st and 10.
Now!
Be ready! Be ready!
Operating from the gun. Darby looking for his running back, and he's got it. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 25 yards there on the catch and run. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. From the gun, Darby. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 22-yard line.
Hey, box drop.
Throwing on first down. Darby. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Kenny Moore that time there on the coverage. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. 2nd and 10. Trying for Cooper again. This time he finds it. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a first down. Now And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Well, they've certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very...
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious, so you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 16 yards the pickup there. The Colts have a first down. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll bring up second down. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Check me out. Mike 54. Mike 54. What we got?
Off of play action. Lock. It's caught by Moncrief. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 40.
A gain of 16 yards.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Get ready.
So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think
that he will go down. A Cowboy sack. Jalen Smith able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
Play action. It's locked. That's complete to Meredith. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. Luck going to bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Luck going to throw it. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. 23 yards on the play.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield, a really nice pickup.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Mike.
Hey, Echo. You gonna see me?
On 2nd and goal. Luck. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Out as the kickoff unit is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Shifts by him. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week? Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's set. There he goes, Amari Cooper. The 30, 10, and somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Extra point right down the middle as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long from Big D.